Have you come off of the cloud yet?
Yes.
Tell me what you see.
Sand.
What else?
Those old mountains. Those red mountains. They're like big rocks that have holes in them.
What else? Okay.
Little bouts of little grasses out of the sand. White, like straw.
Do you
It's
see?
like
Go ahead.
it's like a desert. It's a desert.
Do you see any other people or buildings or structures, even if in the distance, or is it just all kind of desert?
It's all desert.
Okay. And what about you? Do you feel human? Do you feel non-human? Do you feel male? Do you feel female?
I'm a human.
Okay. You feel male or feel female?
Male.
Young or old?
Old.
Healthy?
Not that old.
Okay.
like 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 50.
Okay. And do you feel healthy or unhealthy?
Feel dirty.
You feel dirty, you said?
Yeah, like not health, like not healthy. Like just I'm not healthy because I'm dirty.
Okay. And so if you look down at your feet, do you have anything on your feet?
Black boots.
Black boots. Do they look old and worn or are they newer? Kind of in the middle?
They look newer.
Okay. And what about on your legs or your waist?
Blue jeans.
And your top?
It's black and it has brown on the flaps.
On the flaps, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Like cuffs and on the pockets.
Okay. And do you feel like you have anything on your head?
No.
Okay. And what about, are you carrying anything?
Gun.
Okay.
On my side I have a gun.
Okay.
I'm not carrying anything. It's just there.
And are you walking or do you have an animal with you?
I have a horse.
Okay. What color is the horse?
He's brown and he has black hair.
And how do you feel about your horse? Is it just an animal to you, just a work animal, or do you have a close relationship with it?
Oh, I love him.
Nice.
He's my friend.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's go now to the place that you lay your head at night. So wherever that is, or the place that you would call home, or even if it's like a home away from home, wherever you happen to lay your head at night. Let's go forward to that place, and I want you to stand in front of it. Now that we're there, stand in front of it, and I want you to describe it for me. What does it look like?
It's an old shack in the middle of the desert.
Color is it?
There's a little fence. It's brown, faded.
Okay. Did you say it has a fence? I'm sorry.
Yeah. just some posts. It's faded. It
Okay.
has a porch.
One story?
One story.
Any windows?
Yes. The door is in the front. Window beside the door. That I see from the front.
Okay. And if we go in now, let's go into this home and it's mealtime. And I want you to tell me, is it just you there at mealtime or is there anyone else there with you?
There's people in there.
Okay. Males, females, older,
The,
younger?
the female.
Okay. Who does
Two
she feel like?
kids. My wife.
Okay. And you said kids?
Two kids. Two boys.
Okay. Anyone
They
else?
look young.
Oh, okay.
Like 8 and 10.
Anyone else in there?
No, there's a wood stove. And blankets everywhere. Table's really old.
And how do you feel about your wife as you look at your wife? What do you think about her or feel about her?
She's very kind. I love her.
And what about your kids, your boys? What do you think about your boys?
Proud that I have boys. They're good. They're good boys.
And so, overall, how do you feel about your life at this point as far as an emotion? Content, not content, happy, unhappy? What emotions would you give your life at that point?
I'm very content. I very content, satisfied, happy.
And what do you do with the majority of your time during the day? Are you able to tell or not really?
Not really.
Okay, no problem. So let's do this. Let's move forward, and it could be days, weeks, months, years. But I want you to leave that scene in your home at mealtime. I want you to leave that scene. And let's move forward to an important day. So, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. And we've now moved forward in that lifetime to an important day. What is happening and what do you see?
My son is getting married. My wife is happy.
And how do you feel?
I like adore my wife for loving them so much. So much.
Mhm.
Feel
Are you
happy.
you're happy for your son?
Yeah. I'm proud.
And are there a lot of people there, or is it just the family? How many people are there when they're getting married?
I can only see my wife, and I just like I could see him looking at her. She's so looking at them.
Hmm.
Eh,
Sounds like
small.
small. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's leave that scene now. And again, days, weeks, months, years. Let's move forward to another important day. So, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening in that life. So, we've now moved forward to another important day. What is happening and what do you see?
Looks like my wife is sick on the bed. She's lying in the bed.
And what are you thinking and feeling?
I think she's gonna die.
I'm
She's
guessing
holding her hand.
I'm guessing you're pretty sad about that, right?
Yeah.
Does she say anything to you before she dies?
No. Just holding on her bed and love her. I love you.
Are your boys there?
Yeah.
Are they crying and sad?
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, let's do this. Let's leave that scene now. And let's go forward again, days, weeks, months, years. But let's move forward to one more important day. So, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. And we've now moved forward to an important day. What is happening and what do you see?
Sitting on a chair in my house, and my grandkids are here. Happy.
sounds nice.
Yeah, they're really cute.
You
Saying, Papa, Papa. I only see them once. I don't see them lots.
don't see what?
I don't see them lots.
Oh, okay.
They don't come see me lots.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's leave that scene. And now, however far in the future it happens to be, I want you to go forward to the day just before you take your last breath in that lifetime. So, moving forward to just before you take your last breath. And now that we're there, I want you to tell me, where are you and what's going on?
I'm in a bar, a tavern, drinking.
Do you feel like you're drunk?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happens? How do you end up dying from there? Do you know you're going to die?
No.
So tell me what happens. If this is the moments just before you take your last breath, what happens?
I'm getting into a fight. I want to die, though. I do. It's like
But
I feel like there's nothing here for me anymore. I'm sad.
and so do the other people that you're in the fight with, do they kill you?
Shot me
Oh,
in the stomach.
okay. And now let's go to the time where your spirit has already left your body and you're looking down at the scene. Tell me, what do you see as you look down?
I'm laying there. It's too cold. There's two men looking at me, just looking at me outside the bar. Tavern. It's cold.
And what are you thinking and feeling about that man, the body that you just left and the life that he lived? What are you thinking about him?
He could have done more. Could have did more. This life.
And every life has a lesson and a purpose. And as you look at that life, what do you think you learned from it?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I have to. I have to. I have to pee. Right.
So you'll be able to stay completely in this relaxed state while you go to the rest. Okay, we're back. So I want you to take some slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth once again. Let's go back to that completely relaxed state. And now we're going to drift away from that life that we were just looking at. We're drifting, floating away from that life. We're leaving that man there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find what he's supposed to find. We're leaving him there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find what he's supposed to find. We're leaving him there to continue on his own path. And now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Amber to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. And may I speak to Amber's higher self, please?
Yeah.
I have permission to speak to Amber's higher self.
Yeah.
I respect the power of her higher self because I know that her higher self takes care of her body and does a very good job of it. And I also know that her higher self has the records of everything that has ever happened to Amber in this lifetime and all other lifetimes that she has ever lived. So I respect the power of her higher self. And I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
I know that Amber's higher self could have brought forth many different lifetimes for her to see today, and you chose, after we set our intention, to see a relevant one for her, to show her the lifetime where she was this man who had this wife that he loved and adored so much and the two sons. Why did you pick that lifetime for her to see?
It was anger.
What about anger?
He was angry. He was very angry
Why?
because
Because
his wife.
because his wife died? Is that what you were going to say?
Yes.
Did he feel like it was unfair that she died?
No.
And what made him so angry?
He didn't want to love after that. He he pushed everyone away. He was angry. He just didn't want to start again. He was angry at everybody. Mean.
So, does Amber still hold any of that anger on a soul level in this lifetime left over from that lifetime by any chance?
Yes.
Where is it being held in Amber?
In her stomach.
Oh, where he was shot?
Yeah.
So are you,
Side.
I'm sorry,
Yes, on the side.
side. So are you, as her higher self, able to remove that anger and send it to Creator's light and instead replace that entire area in her stomach with pure, unconditional love and light from Creator?
No.
Why not?
Yes.
Okay. Could you do that now? Could you take that anger and send it to Creator's love and light and replace it instead with pure, unconditional love and light? And show Amber what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it.
I'm going into the cells, to the body and the parts side. And I'm pulling it. I'm pulling it. I'm sucking it out and I'm breathing it out. And I breathe out. I blow in the joy. Suck in the anger. Breathe it out. And I blow in the joy. All those little parts.
And has all the anger been removed, or are you still working on it?
Still working.
Okay.
I'm putting light, bright lights inside. It's done.
So all the anger is gone that was left over from that lifetime? Is there anything else left over from that lifetime or any other lifetime that is also affecting Amber currently that she would be open and willing to heal in this at this time?
Loneliness. The heart.
So does the heart feel like something's a little bit lacking or missing? Is that why it feels lonely?
Missing.
So are you as her higher self able to give her the gift of a full and complete heart?
Yeah.
And yeah, and whatever that looks like, to get rid of any feelings, emotions of loneliness by giving her that full and completeness in her heart. Could you do that now for her?
Yeah.
Could you show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
It's like wrapping a heart light around her heart, shimmering heart light wrapped around her.
And is this an image you can remind Amber of anytime she starts to feel lonely?
Yeah.
Is that process complete or are you still working on it?
It's going to stay there.
Nice.
It's a gift.
And does she have any other issues in her body on any level that she came here in this lifetime to heal, left over from any other lives?
No.
Are you able to upgrade her frequency now so that she can be at the highest frequency possible during the rest of this session?
Yes.
And could you do that now for her and show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
By pushing it through her feet, pushing the vibration. Pushing it through her feet and through her body, from her feet. With
Is that upgrade complete or are you still working on it?
okay, it's done.
Ah, thank you. Does she have any trapped emotions in her body anywhere? And if so, where and what is it?
No.
Did you say no?
No.
Okay. Does she have a heart wall that she put up at some point in her life?
Yeah. It's thin,
What's it made out of?
like paper, like that's gonna protect.
And why did she put that up?
It looks, it looks like like there's four little logs, little twig twigs and then that just little white sheet. Oh,
Why did she put it up?
to stop people from hurting her.
It looks silly, right?
It does. It's hurting's a part of life. It's okay. It really looks really silly. You can poke a hole through it. She thinks it works.
Are you able to remove it now? Maybe even just blow it over
Yeah.
gently.
Yeah.
And could you do that, please, and show her what it looks like to remove that little heart wall that she put up?
Yeah. Yeah. We just put the 4 sticks in a pile and folded that little paper. It's real nice.
And so, how is her life going to be different now without that pathetic little heart wall?
It's funny because it worked for a minute for her. It works. It's gonna be good.
So, how will her life be different without it, though? Will she notice much of a difference?
More love. She'll see more love in everything. Mm.
So she just had that one heart wall. Does she have any others? Does she have like a backup or anything like that, or it was just that one?
The light. There's that light around her heart is beautiful. There's no more walls.
Nice.
I just see that heart shimmering with that light. The flesh heart.
Is there any, well, let me ask this first. Did any of her ancestors show up for this session in hopes of getting any healing for themselves?
Joseph.
Joseph? What kind of healing does Joseph want?
To let go.
Let go of what?
And to his pain. Things happen to him. It happened to us.
What
He
kind of
stays.
things does
He
he want healing?
stays because
Uh,
I'm light.
uh,
He learns.
so he
He's going.
observes Amber.
He's going to do it himself.
Okay. Tell us what he's going to do to help with the healing for both him and Amber.
His heart. Healing his heart. Wrapping that light. It's like going through his whole body. Grant, it helps. It helps her in her blood. But he's healing. Heals her. She heals him. He's happy because he knows that our hearts could heal.
Did Amber have an agreement with her ancestor Joseph that they would have this event take place so they could both get healing? Or was this kind of a surprise out of the blue for both of them?
They had an agreement. Why is there high cheekbone?
Huh? Say it again.
They had an agreement.
Okay. Is Joseph or any of the other ancestors wanting any other healing now that Amber can assist with to help all of them?
Just Joseph.
Mm.
No.
So is Amber living her own life, or does she have influences external to her that is preventing her from living her own life, being true to herself?
She doesn't live for herself.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
She wants everyone to like her. Please.
Why does she feel a need to have everyone like her?
Wants to be seen.
Why? Why does she feel like she needs to be seen? I'm trying to get at the root reason why she feels the need to be seen and have everyone like her.
It's a personality she grew into. It's not working anymore.
Does she not believe that she on her own is enough, is good enough?
She does, but more, wants more.
So are you able to download the program into her that she is enough in all ways and for all things?
Yes.
Could you do that now, please, and show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
It's a bright light, pink light. And I'm putting it through her head, top. And swooshing it down, back, forth, back, forth. Getting every piece. It's like a beautiful pink light. It's going through her arms, out her fingertips, shining down. It's going down into her belly. It's shining out her belly button. It's going down her legs, out her feet. It's beaming through her body. Pure love. Oh, it's really cold. Oh,
Do you want to get another? Let's ask your higher self. Higher self, are you able to give her a zap of warmth? Because she started feeling really cold after witnessing that past life death. And she's been cold ever since and went and got a blanket. Are you able to give her just a little jolt of warmth to warm her up right now? Could you do that for her?
yes.
Show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you give her that jolt of warmth.
Orange and yellow light. It's beaming above her. Sunlight. Heat from the sun.
Are you able to keep that light on her at the perfect temperature so she can stay warm the rest of the session without getting overheated?
Mm. Yeah.
And are there any low frequency energies stuck in her cellular body that you can tell us about and then remove? Low frequency energies?
Judgment.
Say it again.
Judgment.
Ah. And where is that stuck in her cellular body? Or is it everywhere? Or where is it?
In her head.
And are you able to remove it and send it to Creator's light and then replace it with the energy and frequency of love and total acceptance and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
Yes. Coming up from the root into the brain, to the head, swooshing around, swirling around and I'm grabbing the judgment that's no longer needed. And we're bursting out the top. Mm. Mm-mm. I'm putting the love. I'm putting the love and putting it through her mouth, spinning. It's calm, nice, calm love.
And I'm sorry, nice, calm. What did you say?
Nice, calm love.
Oh, love.
I'm coating her inside love, right behind her eyes. Take that judgment out of those eyes, back of her eyes. Put love there, shimmering, beautiful light.
Is that process all done?
Yeah.
Are there any other low frequency energies stuck in her cellular body?
No.
And does she have any personal boundaries that she could be enforcing with herself or with others that would help her to have the best life and the best health possible?
There's no boundaries.
Is that healthy?
No.
So, what can you tell her about establishing healthy boundaries? What does she need to do? What can you do to help her or show her, teach her?
Needs to be truthful to herself.
What does that look like?
She thinks it looks scary. It's not.
So, what's an example of her being truthful to herself?
Doing what she said she's going to do.
And what about boundaries with people? Does she have a hard time with boundaries with people?
Yes.
Okay, so what should she be doing in regards to establishing healthy boundaries with people? Let's take her mom, for example. I'm assuming she doesn't have healthy boundaries with her mom. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, what are some things she could or should be doing to have the best life, best health possible in relationship in regards to her mother?
She needs to choose herself. The boundaries are people pleasing.
And so what does it look like when she chooses herself? And if you want to use the example of her mother again, like what would that look like?
Saying no when she wants to. Saying no. Being able to walk away when someone and her mother, sorry, when Sheila crosses the boundaries.
Because she said her mother continuously tramples her boundaries and is just a mean person and verbally abusive to her, even still. So, what advice do you have about her mother and dealing with her mother, other than what you've already said?
She doesn't need her mother. She to keep it where it is. It's okay where it is. Our mother doesn't come in her house. Amber has a safe boundaries for her house. People.
Is she meant to keep her mom in her life?
No. Only for her kids.
So what would that look like, Amber, not having a relationship much really or really much with her mom and just, letting her be grandma? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean something else?
Yes.
Okay.
The kids are for Sheila. Teacher and a teacher about herself. Amber needs just to let it allow it happen. Love, just love her kids.
Did you say let her love her kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why does Amber feel unable to stay consistent with her healing journey?
She doesn't feel like she's enough for it. What she doesn't believe that she doesn't believe how powerful she is. Trying to run away from it.
She's running away from it, you said?
Yes.
So how powerful is she?
Very powerful.
Give me some examples.
She's beautiful. Light. Makes people laugh. Wonderful. Reminds people they're beautiful. She sees beauty in everybody and everything. Brings understanding, brings love, lots of love. She can see and feel people unstuck. She helps people get unstuck.
She helps people get unstuck, did you say?
Yeah. Makes people feel love. Reminds them that they're loved. They are loved. She is love. A change maker. Love bringer. Healing through laughter. Understanding. So kind. Caring. Small things hold her back. Small.
Well, what can she do to move forward and be more consistent with her healing journey?
Slow down. Breathe. Tell herself she loves her. Worthiness. She needs to write. She needs to write more. Talk more to herself out loud. Release. Just release as it comes. Let it flow. Not carry those things. Just let it flow through her body. Don't let things get stuck. Detach.
Detach from what?
Just little things that come through. A fear, Float away. Needs to be nice to herself and her words.
Nice to herself and her what?
Her words. Needs to move the body.
Mm.
Move the body more.
Like exercise or yoga, or what would you have her do?
Yoga. Walking. Touching the ground more. The earth person. Feet in the water. Flowing river. It will carry it. Transmute to love. She needs to choose herself more. And she needs to know she matters. Very important. She's very important. Needs to be proud. Proud of herself. Mm.
Anything else that she can do to stay consistent with her healing journey?
Keep clear mind.
How does she do that?
Smoking.
Oh,
No more, no
stop
more,
smoking?
no more smoking.
Okay. Smoking of either kind?
Yes. Both.
So are you able to pull whatever it is in her energetically, emotionally, physically that is causing her to be attracted to smoking and send that to Creator's light and replace it instead with something healthy? Like maybe a unquenchable thirst for water or something like that.
Yeah.
Could you do that now and show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing?
Going into mouth. Those receptors. Sucking the smoke out of her. doing every receptor, her mouth, her brain, even her hands. I'm blowing it into the light. I'm putting the water in. Water is medicine. Blasting water in the receptors. Swirling. It's done.
She really wants a connection with someone else, whether romantic or friend, on a deep level and doesn't have that and gets really sad about that. She feels really lonely. What can you tell her about this and how can you help her resolve this?
The light around her heart. The deep connection is for herself inside her.
Is that
She
what
can
she's re-seeking? Is that deep connection with herself?
inside, yes. You can breathe it in. Needs to be unlocked.
Are you able to unlock it for her?
Yes.
Could you show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing?
It's a little box inside. I have a key showing her how easy it is. Showing her she has the key, it's in her hand. It's her hand is the key. You can unlock it with the finger, turn it, open it up. More breathing. Bananas. Mm. I'm showing her a box and there's no more lock on it. It's open. We took the lid off. The deep connection is flowing. The reminder meditation. She will always feel it. It's flowing through her body now. And she's breathing it in. She's open to receive it. Standing there with her mouth open and her arms wide open, hands are open, feet are flat. She's just breathing it in. She's already there. Compassion, wholeness, deep connection. It's already there.
Is that process done? The connection with herself? Are you still working on it?
It's done.
Thank you. She has a beautiful life and feels there's no reason for her to be sad. So why is she sad? Or is that what we just addressed? Or is there something more?
We adjusted. It was the body. It was in her body. It's not there anymore. It's flowing with love.
And she feels like she carries around a lot of old baggage from her past. Are you able to take this baggage from her, or does it need to be unpacked first?
I can take it.
Could you show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing?
It's taking the backpack, the little pieces off of her, little tiny fragments, little pieces. I'm pulling little pieces, one from her knee, one from her stomach, little pieces of memory, fragments, sending them to the light. Mm.
Is that process all done? Getting rid of that baggage from her past?
And I'm pulling it out now. Remote.
Okay.
sending it to the light. Oh, it's done.
She wants to take her power back, but what is preventing her from doing so?
Yourself.
Okay, like what in herself is stopping her from doing so, and what can you do to help her take her power back?
She needs to move her body more. We did it.
Oh, okay.
Fill her with worthiness, love. Walking, speaking her truth is her power, standing in it. She knows who she is. I want to put that belief in her.
Did you say you're going to put that belief in her?
Yes,
Okay, the belief of what? That she knows who she is?
that reminder of who she is,
Okay, could you do that
of
now for
her
me?
power, her
Oh, okay.
power.
Could you tell
Yes,
us what you're doing as you do it? Thank you.
putting light through her crown, right through her. It's blue. It's flowing through her body. It's like power, water. Pushing the power into her. She's lighting up. I'm standing inside of her to remind her who we are. We are one. Mm, I'm done.
Thank you for that. Why is she blocking herself from living to her highest potential? And what can you do to help her become unblocked? Or have you already done that? Or is there more that can be done?
We have done that.
Okay. So her partner triggers her to the max and she doesn't understand why she loves him. He's hurt her a million times and now is changing or says he's changing his life around. Should she let it go or keep with him? Is he the right one for her and her growth? And is he supposed to be part of her future? She feels such a deep connection with him.
More lessons
What do you mean?
about love. They are learning about love. She is learning about love.
But what about his drug habits or his drug addiction? How should she be handling all of that with regard to him?
She's not. She won't. Oh,
So is he going to get over it?
yes. Time.
So are they meant to be together? Do they have a plan to be together in this lifetime? More?
A little bit longer. No.
What do you mean, no? They're not meant to be together anymore?
No.
Okay. So are you able then to help her because she feels such a deep connection with him? Are you able to help her, or what should she do to, I guess, not be so connected to him? Is that cutting energetic cords? Is that soul fragment retrieval or something else? Or what does that look like for her?
It's cutting a cord.
Are you able to cut that cord for her and show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
She doesn't want to.
Her personality, her persona doesn't want to?
Nope.
Why?
It's
Is she afraid of being
hot.
alone? I'm sorry?
It's hot.
It's hot now.
Yeah.
As her higher self, are you able to now give her a little bit of cool air, cool her body temperature down, and make it just
Yes.
right so she's not overheated? Could you do that now for her? And so, what's going to happen if Amber keeps that cord connected with him? What's going to happen in her life? What will she experience?
Hardship. Pain. Sadness.
Does Amber want that?
No.
Then why doesn't she want to cut the cord?
Amber likes to feel loved.
Even if it comes at the cost of hardship, pain, and sadness?
There's more love than sadness.
So there's really no wrong choice for her though, is there? I mean, it's just that one might be a little bit easier than the other. Is that
Yeah,
correct or am I off?
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
So she told me she wants to start learning through joy instead of suffering. So is this an example where Amber's personality doesn't want to learn through joy but wants to learn through suffering?
yes. She's going to learn either way.
So as she reads through these notes and goes over this session, is there a possibility she might have an aha moment and change her mind about that and realize that she has a choice? This is a choice point in her life, and she can choose joy or suffering as a way of learning.
Yes, she chooses joy. He needs to do more work before the joy before him.
So would it be in her best and highest good as a way to learn through joy to allow him to go off and do his own journey and his own healing and see if there's
Yes,
possibly a chance later for them to come together?
yes. She needs to be with herself. Yes,
So when you say she needs to learn to be with herself, she needs to learn to be with herself and love herself more than she loves
everybody else.
everybody else. Ah, okay. Her and I were talking yesterday and thought that a baby in the womb healing might be very healing and beneficial for her since her mom didn't want her and she's had a lot of abandonment and rejection issues in her life stemming all the way from inception. So, is that something, a baby in the womb healing, that would be very beneficial for her right now? And if yes, are you able to do that for her?
Yes,
Could you tell us show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do that baby in the womb healing?
we're going into the womb. We're wrapping the baby with love, loving energy, wholeness, worthiness. Swooshing it in and out, going in the umbilical cord, feeding her love, protecting her with love, holding her, reminding, showing Amber the baby of love, wrapped in love. wrapping her in her own love. Amber's breathing her love into her. We're done.
How will this help Amber now that that baby in the womb healing has occurred?
She's worthy of love. She's gonna know. She deserves. No, she's gonna know. Feel the love. She's going to feel the love in herself. Won't need it from everybody. That's how she'll know. Joy, tingleness, tingles of love for herself. Wholeness.
She wants this life on earth that she has now to be her last incarnation here on earth. Is it? Or does she have more planned?
There's more.
Is there anything she can do to change that and make this one her last one? Or what would have to happen in order for this to be her last life on earth? Or is that not possible?
It's not possible.
Okay. Why is that? Why is it that she wants to come back here again?
To keep raising the vibration. She wants to experience the vibration, the raise of the vibration, all the work we've done. I live in a beautiful earth that is coming.
Have her and her, let's call him her partner, her boyfriend that we were just talking about a little bit ago, have they had other lives together? And if so, what are some memories from those lives?
Yes, being ripped apart. They were ripped apart, pulled away. They were pulled away.
As
I'm
lovers?
sorry. As lovers.
Was she the male or she the female?
Male.
Was he the spouse that she had in that past life that you showed us earlier, or was that a different soul?
Yeah. Yes. Uh,
So they have had beautiful relationships before, is that right? Or at least one?
yes.
So why did he choose to come down here and experience drug addiction in this lifetime?
Grow faster.
How is he growing faster by being addicted to drugs?
The pain. The pain will teach him.
So he's choosing to learn through suffering
Yes.
versus Amber, who is trying to change how she learns and learns through joy. Is that why they're not necessarily compatible at this time?
Yes.
So even though from a human perspective, it looks like he's wasting his life and throwing away his life by being addicted to drugs, that's not really true, is it?
No.
What can you tell us about that?
It's a beautiful light.
How is it beautiful?
It comes and it goes out of him. Comes and goes. It's beautiful light. It's like a reach.
What do you mean it's like a reach?
It's like something keeps pulling it out, coming, and he pulls it back in.
Oh,
It pulls it out, it pulls it back in.
why is he pulling it back in? He wants to keep
He
learning
wants
and suffering?
he wants the light. He wants the light. He's fighting for the light.
So what's stopping him from achieving the light? Does he have some kind of dark energy or dark entity influence with the drug
Yes.
addiction? Oh, okay. Is it dark energies or dark entities or what is it? Waywards, demons.
It's like a big uh it's not a demon, it's what's below a demon. It's it's sadness and anger and it's a cloud. It's a cloud. It follows him.
So it's like an energy.
Yeah, it's an energy and it has a lightning strikes him. Keeps striking him. And he wants to walk to the light. It's a strong energy, a
How did it get
cloud.
there?
The drugs. Too many drugs. Hurt his brain.
Wait, what his brain?
It hurt his brain.
So is there anything that Amber can do to help get that dark energetic cloud away from him, or is that only something that he can do himself?
She does, but she can't all the time. He needs to do some. Amber shows him love, understanding.
Is he open to hearing about this from Amber and having her help show him how to get rid of this dark energetic cloud? Or,
Yes,
oh, okay.
strong. They can do it together.
So, one of the questions she had for herself is how can you help her hold deep love for herself? Is there anything other than what you've already said to her that you can do to help her hold deep love for herself?
Yes,
What is that?
just showing her that she is loved and holding it, staying close to me. She sees it. She has it in her. We've done this. A big heart. A big heart will remind her. Mm-hmm.
I just got an image of her either coloring or making or somehow putting a big giant heart on her wall as a reminder of this. Would that be something that she could do?
Yes. Beautiful heart.
So, what can she do in a general sense to be more whole?
Walking. Sharing. Allowing love in her house, her body. And she has.
When you say sharing, what do you mean by sharing?
Sharing her experience helps others, helps her. The reminders of her wholeness are in her experience. When she shares, she remembers who she is, whole now.
Does her future self have any messages for her?
Yes.
What would that be?
It gets easier. It's beautiful. Keep doing the work. We are the light at the end of the tunnel.
And who's the we when you say we are the light at the end of the tunnel? Who's we?
Me and her. As a together.
So why does she have so much anger? What can you do to help heal the root cause of the anger that she has? And what is the root cause?
It was her worthiness.
We've addressed that, or is there more to address?
She has to write some. She has to write some down.
Right.
She has to write it down.
Write what down?
Her feelings.
You mean like journaling?
Yeah.
So her and I talked yesterday about having an affirmation notebook that she would make with affirmations to along with self-talk to try to help reprogram her thinking and her subconscious, her thoughts. Is that something that would be beneficial, or is there something that would work better for her?
The affirmations will help.
Is there anything else that can help her not have so much anger? You said journaling,
Breathing,
breathing,
tapping,
tapping.
talking, eating good food, walking.
Walking must be really important for her. That's like the fourth or fifth time it's come up. Is that right?
Yes.
And so what kind of food is best for her to be eating at this point in her life in this physical body?
Green food, vegetables, lots of vegetables, fruit, beans, natural food. More water.
Are you able and would it be beneficial to download the program into Amber of I am able to receive and accept myself fully?
Yes.
Could you download that program of I am able to receive and accept myself fully into Amber and show her what it looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
Yes. I'm wrapping her in it. The light. And now the light's going through her
It's going through her what?
body.
Her body?
Her body. To her shoulders. Swishing down to her stomach. To each hip. Down the legs. Wrapping acceptance of around her.
Is that process complete or is it still happening?
Complete.
And would it be beneficial for her? And if yes, are you able to download the program into her subconscious of I am aware of my constant connection to Creator?
Yes.
Could you do that now, please? Show her what it looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it.
It's a beam of light inside. Coming. A connection. It's keeping that beam of light in her. It's downloading every fragment. Coming here.
Is that process all done?
Yes.
And are you able, would it be beneficial, and are you able to download into her subconscious the program of I am always connected to my inner voice and my inner truth.
Yes.
Could you do that now? Show her what it looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it.
Coming up in the feet, pushing it through. It's dispersing connections. It's done.
Are you able to heal her from abandonment and the belief that she continues to be abandoned?
Yes.
Do you show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
I'm showing her love. Taking it out. It's right in her stomach. And pulling it out. It's wrapped around a lot of stuff. Just pulling it out. Pushing the love in.
Say it again.
Pushing love. I'm pushing love and the light all through her body, outside and inside. Worthiness. I'm putting worthiness. Love. Acceptance. Kindness. It's okay. Ease.
Is that why she's had issues with her stomach? Where is that where because she was holding abandonment there in her stomach?
Yes.
Is she holding anything else in her stomach in addition, or I guess was holding anything else in addition to abandonment in her stomach, causing those issues?
Yes. They're
What?
gone.
I'm sorry?
It's gone.
It's gone. So are you able to heal and clean up any physical effects that are a result of everything she's been holding in her stomach and completely heal her on a physical level in her stomach?
Yes.
Could you do that now and show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it?
I'm pulling toxic, dark tar. Just pulling it out. It's like sliding. We're going to replace it with love, water, nice healing water. And we're sending it to the light. Oh, there's so much. In the water, there's love, worthiness, light, understanding. Oh, mm.
Is her stomach all healed now, or are you still working on it?
I'm still working on it. I'm done.
Are you able to close receptors in Amber's body, in her cells, for pain, shock, trauma, and drama, and give her an abundance of receptors for joy?
Yes.
Do that now, please, and show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do it.
I'm removing the receptors one by one. I'm putting love and joy, balls of love and joy, balls of joy and peace, joy and peace. Take one out, I put one in. Joy. Love, joy, and peace. Done.
Would Amber benefit from having Creator's definition of self-love downloaded into her?
Yes.
Are there any negative beliefs that might hinder her from receiving this program? And if so, can you pull that before downloading Creator's definition of self-love into her?
Yes.
What are those negative beliefs that could hinder her from receiving this program that you're going to pull?
I'm going to download it.
Okay. Do you tell us what you're doing as you do it?
I'm just pushing it in her. Pushing it. She's open, very open to receive. There's an energy of you are love pushing right in her. You are that.
Did you say you're done?
Done.
Okay, thank you. And are you able to download the program into her of I know how to love myself?
Yes.
Could you do that now, please, and show her what you're doing as you do it? Tell us what you're doing.
It's just open to and putting the knowledge of love to be able to recognize it. The knowledge of love. I'm pushing it through her feet, up through her head. I'm wrapping it around her head now. It's absorbing into her body. We're done.
And what about downloading the program into her of, I know how to feel worthy? Would that be beneficial for her?
Yeah.
Would you do that now and download the program of, I know how to feel worthy into her and show her what it looks like and tell us what you're doing?
It's holding her head. Swooshing it over her body like water. Swish. It's coming from the light right to her head, through her body now. It's done.
She has a lot of expectations for herself instead of just being. Are you able to clear those expectations she has for herself and give her grace so she can learn to accept herself for who she is at every given moment?
Yes.
Could you show her what that looks like and tell us what you're doing as you do that? Clear those expectations so she can just learn to accept herself for who she is at every given moment.
I'm pulling the expectations out of her. Little pieces. I'm giving them to the light. Freeing up her space to be. I just keep pulling them and giving them to the light. And brushing that just be. It's okay to be through her body. Warm, warm light. It's yellow. Safety to be.
And are you able to pull any beliefs that she currently has that tell her it's not okay to just be?
We did that with the expectation, pulling it.
Okay.
It's okay to be.
Is that process all done?
Yes.
So, how will her life be different now that she's done this session, got this healing and these downloads, compared to what it would have been had she not invested in herself and done this session?
A lot of peace, joy. This, she will do the work.
And do you, as her higher self, have any final messages for her before we end this session, either from you or her guides?
We are right here.
Anything else?
You are loved. You're not alone. We're here. I love you.
Are we good to end the session?
Yes. Heavy,
You
you
feel
know, like I feel heavy,
like you
oh
just
my
came off
goodness.
of a wild trip, right?
That's what it feels like. Holy man. Oh, okay. Oh,
So I have got 8 pages of notes for you.
wow.
So what did you think? What did you think about the session? Like your conscious mind was there or wasn't there? It was in and out. What was going on with you?
It was mostly gone. It would slide in once in a while, but I hate how this light shines on there. But what I was seeing was like I was in this it was like this my body was floating in this darkness and I was working on that body like we're in a plane like in a like it looked like a universe. And so when you would say like download, I could feel myself pulling. So I was laying there like this, but I was on top of myself pulling and doing the work. But I couldn't see my who I like what I looked like. I
Right.
could just see my body, and it was just pulling and then pushing from the feet and pushing from the root. I mean the top. And when pulling fragments, it was like going like this out of her body, my body.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, things like that. Like it was like I was just in that body. And when we first started, I was standing as conscious Amber was standing there, and then I would tell her what was happening. And then when I looked, she was laying down just like this, like just ready for the work. And she barely said anything.
Wow. Yeah, you got a lot of healing, a lot of downloads. that past life was pretty cool, and that was your partner, your boyfriend in that lifetime was your wife in that lifetime. That was pretty cool. You were crying when she died.
Wow. I'm like, what's wrong with my eye? Did you see my
You cried a couple times.
Oh,
Um,
I know I was really cold and then I was really, really hot.
yeah, yeah. I had your higher self come in and regulated you a couple times, so it seemed to work. I don't know. You can tell me, did it work?
Yeah, like I know I got that when I was freezing, I was shivering and it was like a heat lamp and then the heat lamp was too much. And then I was like, oh, I gotta get this off. So I took it off or the blanket or the heat lamp or something, but yeah, it was very very interesting.
Yeah. So I liked the baby in the womb healing. Your higher self said going into the womb, wrapping the baby with loving energy, wholeness, worthiness. And then I asked, and all the stuff that your higher self did. It will help you now because she's worthy of love and she's going to know, she's going to feel the love. She's going to feel the love in herself and won't need it from everybody. That's how she'll know. Tingles of love for herself and wholeness.
Was
Um,
that all that tingleness just
I
for the
guess.
time?
And then there was one place in here, you'll have to go back into the notes, but it was like, oh, reminding you of the deep love you have for yourself. And just this picture came up of this big giant red heart on your wall. Like even just like a kid's heart, you know what I mean? Or even just have your kids
Yeah.
coloring something with you, right? And you make this big giant heart out of poster board and color it all in red and write something like deep love for myself, and everybody can go and like you and your kids can go by it and touch it and be like, yes, deep love for myself. Like I saw that in when your higher self was
Oh,
talking about it. I was like, oh, that would be so awesome and beautiful. And what a great lesson for your kids too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Um, does her future self have any messages for her? Your future self said it gets easier. It's beautiful. Keep doing the work. We are the light at the end of the tunnel. And I said, who's we? When you say we, who's we? And it's we was me and her, meaning your future self and you together, right?
Wow.
I thought that was cool. Um, and then as a result of doing the session, your higher self said that you're going to have a lot of peace and joy and that you will do the work.
Yeah. I'm still coming back.
Well, you're going to have the recording, you're going to have the notes from all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording now. So.
Okay.